Let's be real, quarantined or not, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. But at least before COVID, we had to leave the house to go to work or school. But now that everything's online, as long as you have stable Wi-Fi, why would you even bother to get out of bed? Humans learn to adapt, meaning even if we face big changes, usually we do a good job of finding a way to survive. However, when that change is sudden, without sufficient time to adapt, it will mentally and physically affect us. And this happened to me. It's been roughly a year since COVID has directly affected me, meaning campus closing down, moving back to Korea, changing graduation plans, unable to visit friends and family, etc. Although I thought I was doing okay, I wasn't, and I was miserable. I lost motivation, I wasn't feeling productive at all, and I would read the comments from my past videos about productivity, and I would be like, who is this person? I hate it. Let's just say my life sucked, and it was myself telling me that. One thing I learned through the painful experience that I went through last year was that the true key to productivity is to be mentally and physically healthy first. I think you need to learn to prioritize your health over anything else. And then when you can start thinking about, being productive and being efficient with your time. And if you're not taking good care of yourself, it's going to be very difficult to have motivation and do anything. And so here are 3 simple tips that I have that help me survive my COVID blues and help me get back on track. Number 1, ask for help. And I know this is a hard one. It's very difficult to be vulnerable even to people that you think you can trust. I was very lucky enough to have a group of supportive friends that helped me with my mental health journey. Right now, I'm getting therapy, and I definitely get that it's hard because there's a stigma, and a lot of it stems from misconceptions regarding mental issues. But if you do need help, I would suggest asking help from a professional. And if you are a student, I'm pretty sure there are mental health resources on campus, so don't be afraid to reach out to them. Number 2, exercise. I used to be so paranoid about getting COVID that I just never left the house in 2020. Meaning no fresh air, no working out, no nothing. And I gained a little over 5 kilograms, which is around 11 pounds. And it was just like unhealthy fat that I was gaining, not muscle. I was losing muscle. And my skin was breaking. I felt less and less physically attractive, meaning that my self-esteem was also getting lower. And so recently I started going to the gym. Obviously, I always wear a mask. I go to the gym about 3-4 times a week. And I thought getting a gym membership would be forced to go to the gym because I pay for it. And it's kind of working at the moment. And I'm just seeing changes in my body, seeing myself gain muscle, losing fat, and it just makes me happier overall. It's helping me getting mentally healthy as well. And so I'm not saying that everyone has to start going to the gym. Just a simple walk or jog near your neighborhood, or even stretching and doing breathing exercises at home will help a lot. And trying to keep yourself physically healthy will also help with your mental health. So I am talking from my personal experience. I am living proof. So if you haven't been exercising, I suggest that you do. Number 3 is to take yourself on a date, which is just a fancy way of saying make time for yourself. Find a hobby that you enjoy and do it because you enjoy doing it. When you plan to take someone out on a date, you give them full attention, you make time for them, you make a bit of extra effort. And I want you to do that for yourself and only for yourself. Taking myself on dates has helped me prioritize my own mental and physical health over anything else. Usually on the dates I go by myself, I treat myself with good food, a good movie, sometimes a nice warm bath, and I actively try not to go on social media because we all know that social media is toxic because we end up comparing ourselves with other people that seem to be living a happier life. But we never know what really happened behind the camera, do we? And once you're there, once you're mentally and physically healthy enough to start grinding again, that's when you start, being productive. At that point, you will feel a lot more motivated, a lot more productive. You probably won't even have to watch these kind of videos anymore because you just want to work. But also make sure to rest on the way. Don't let yourself burn out, because that's definitely a very toxic habit that I had with myself. I would just pack my schedule with too much work and I would just burn out and do nothing, which created this very toxic cycle of where I would work intensely and then not be able to do anything, work intensely, not do everything. And it's like, it would have been a lot easier if I just balanced everything out, And I hope you guys just learn from my mistakes and be able to live a more balanced and productive life. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.